off an injury and ramping up per se. So, I mean, hopefully, right. You're expecting to see better numbers out of Musgrove, even though the projections make sense. But, I think he could definitely outperform that. It's not like he's going to have a 3 ERA, we're saying. But, if he had a 3.63, if he was giving you like the Archer numbers here, a 3.72 ERA, yeah, I could see that. To me, I believe he's going to, put along those lines.
It's and he settles right into that number 3 spot.
For sure.
And that's not even a slight on Trevor Williams. I mean, then whatever you get from Trevor at that point is, like I said, a bonus. I mean, Trevor could have been. You could talk about him being the ace last year, definitely in the second half.
Sure. And that's just the thing. Like, that's not a slight. Like, regression's going to happen with him. I just think like it's going to. No one's expecting him to have a 3.3 ERA.
No, he's going to have a.
So that's the thing. Like, it's going to
happen.
He's
going to have a 1.00 for the year.
Yeah, is he? All right, that works.
He's going to have a better. He's going to work on that first half stuff.
It's going to bring out some old Clemens. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, if he had a 4 ERA, that's pretty much like that's what you expected his career to be. He's a middle of the innings guy. That 4 ERA isn't bad by any means. It's still above league average. So, if that's above league average as your 4 guy, I'll take that. But we've seen that he could do better than that. What about that bullpen?
That bullpen.
Oh,
well, like you mentioned, I mean, Vasquez and Keller are kind of 4.1 WAR to get combined, and then the rest of them are like, okay, yeah, not that much. I mean, I get it. Crick, pretty much 1 year of production. Rodriguez, pretty much 1 year of production. Feliz stunk.
Yeah, Zips didn't really like those two.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense for just based off what we know about the projection system.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I mean, and that's why, I mean, we talked about relievers being, up and down. You don't know what to expect from year in and year out. And, yeah, Crick, I mean, Rodriguez was picked up off the scrap heap from the Orioles, was never anything, never really got a shot and never really did anything. And look at the year he had last year. Crick, obviously a little more known, but for pretty much the first year of really good production. So you don't know what to really expect from those guys. And with the injury to Santana, that's why it just kills me that it's like, why didn't you just go out and add, just sign a dang reliever? You had the money, and that's what we kept saying all offseason. It's like, throw somebody into that back end of the bullpen with Rodriguez and Crick, and then if they're good again for the second year of their production, you have Kella and Vasquez. That back end is sick. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess
it's still
maybe it's
sick.
Liriano.
It's still I guess I won't say sick, but it's still really good. So, and that was nice to see from these projections. The thing that stood out to me though, Ryan, was Kella's projected to be better than Vasquez.
Yeah,
essentially.
How about that?
I mean, it's like not much by any means. Like, trust me, but I mean, it's like they're basically 1 and 2, and we know how good Vasquez is, and the Kella just be right there. I mean, that's a sick 8 and 9 inning shutdown right there.
Yeah, Kella actually is projected for more Ks per 9 than Vasquez is.
Right.
Kella's comp, Troy Percival.
There you go.
The old Angels former closer. I mean, yeah, it's good. I mean, I hope they push each other all year to be better than each other. So, I mean, if we go into the season and you say, Kella had a better season than Vasquez, but they were both pretty damn good, we'll take that.
Yeah, for sure. So, like you said, I'm definitely looking at. They're projecting Vasquez for 11.05 Ks per 9 and Kella for 11.82. So, really almost like a whole K per 9 better. Outstanding.
Yep. And Kella, I mean, he had a 3.29 ERA last year, but he was better coming over, with Pittsburgh. Went from a 3.44 to 2.93, struck out more, walked less. Gave up less hits.
He had some hiccups around the deadline, or was it early in the season with Texas? I feel like it was almost like Vasquez. There was this small stretch where he had bad numbers. You took that out. I mean, he was still right. He was awesome. Well,
that's the thing with Vasquez too. His overall numbers last year are down because and it was a lot of them was early, but a couple just 3 or 4 handful of appearances were god awful. And that's what threw that down. How about Kella last year with Texas and Pittsburgh? Had a 2.97 FIP in both.
Nice.
That's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
So we'll take that again. I mean, like I said, I love the bullpen. It's just, it worries me a little bit with Crick and Rodriguez, considering we've only seen them really do this for 1 year. And behind that, I mean, Feliz wasn't good. Hasn't really been good since being in the majors. Brault, I mean, we're talking about Brault maybe as the fifth, spot in the rotation. And then what? Liriano, maybe maybe Lyons.
Well, actually, we haven't talked a lot about. We're talking about Liriano right now too. But Tyler Lyons.
Yeah.
Like, I have a lot more faith in him than Liriano or pretty much anyone else.
Right.
But that's just the thing.
Even that. I mean, yeah, he's had more success more recent, but it's still not. I wouldn't say not a complete project. But yeah, still some work to be done there.
Yeah. Well, you're hitting on the head. I mean, he's definitely had success. You can see it, but it's still not proven. It's still not like you're penciling him in as the seventh inning guy, which is what we kind of would want,
Right.
And that's just where we're at. This rotation is solid. Number 5 man, we don't really know. It's not there. The offense is solid. There's no star to carry, the offense. So it's like when you have that, and the way that relievers are going right now, it's like, why wouldn't you solidify that bullpen and really lock down the late inning? So, if it is tied, you can keep it tied and hope that you can cross one runner or cross the plate late in the game. I don't know. But, yeah, it's like I would love to see Sean Kelly, which, by the way, I was going to ask you because I saw the signing, of course, but I didn't see the money. Did you see what he signed for?
Who's that?
Sean Kelly.
Wasn't it $2 or $3 million?
Oh, my God. Was it?
I thought that's what it was. I mean, it wasn't. It was short. It was low.
Yeah, I just didn't see the dollar amount. But yeah, it's like, I mean, just like with that, like this team couldn't afford, say, $3 million to get a Sean Kelly, and that's like, that's their safety net. With Rodriguez, there's a reason why he might have been DFA'd. So if he does maybe revert to be a little lesser, if Crick is a little shaky this year, like that's the thing, like that insurance, that's what we're talking about.
$2.75 million with an option for 2020. I mean, that's
ridiculous.
And
we gave Daniel Hudson how much money? You couldn't give Sean Kelly $2.75 million.
And that's the thing.
$3 million?
The last 3 out of 4 years, his ERA is 2.45, 2.67, 2.94, and then he had a terrible 2017, but only 26 innings. But it's like,
but that's the thing. Like, and he bounced back from that. Like he's coming off a year where he proved himself. It's not where this year's. He's coming off the year where he had a bad ERA.
And he signed for $2.75 million. Like,
exactly.
That's the thing. Like, if you just throw one of those guys like him into that bullpen, I feel so much more confident in the bullpen. Right. It's just more. You have a safety net. Like, okay, if you have to fall back on Feliz or Lyles or Lyons, you can do that. But right now, you have a guy like Kelly or whoever that you could name any reliever pretty much DiNardo that's out there that's going for cheap.
Right.
I would just feel so much better, and you could proactively prevent it. And we're going to get more into that in a second.
I was going to say this might be a really good segue.
Yeah, really good segue. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say the only thing I was going to mention was just Josh Bell, just the real on the projections. Obviously they have his WAR at 1.9. Obviously that's because the defense is bringing it down. OPS was 110. That's pretty accurate, DiNardo, considering last year he had a 111 and then a 109 the year before. So he's at 110 this year. I mean, Josh
those
Bell,
projections, man, they're smart.
Yeah. I think we're all in the same boat that Josh Bell has to be better. I mean, obviously defensively, and you're looking to see him take another step forward with a bat. I don't know if last year was a step forward. It was just different. Like he had better on base percentage, but a lower slugging percentage. He's all over the place. So, like Hurdle talked about it at Pirate Fest. Like, pick one, pick a stance, pick a an approach, and I think he's saying he's got to be that guy that's driving in the runs kind of in the middle of the order. So
now,
yeah, I don't know. He has to be better.
Yeah, like that's my thing about him too. The whole thing, like, he has to be better. I guess what I want to say to that is because I've been seeing that a lot, this offseason and such. But I think it's more to the fact, like, I should say no one, but there's a lot less of, like, he just has to be better. It's more of Josh Bell has to be that 25-plus home run guy. That's what I'm seeing a lot of. And that's where I'm just like, it would be great if he was. I mean, this team can definitely use some power, right? Let's not be blind to that. But realistically, it's like if Josh Bell was the old guy, like that rookie that didn't have that power, but was getting on base at a large clip, was hitting for average, was hitting the ball everywhere. I mean, spraying all across the field. Like, I'll take that. Like, give me the value however it comes. Just be good however you're good at. So, like, if Josh Bell isn't the 25-plus homer guy, and maybe he's about the 10-home run guy, but he's getting on base, he's hitting for a high average, you know what I mean? Like, I'll take that. Just be good however you are. You don't have to be Pedro Alvarez, hit 30 home runs, but be batting 190, because, like, it averages out, and you're not that great of a hitter now, So I'm not the guy that's going to be like, Josh Bell has to be the 25 home run guy or bust. But I will say, like, I'm with you. Like, he does have to improve. Like, I want to see a consistent Josh Bell. That's why I'm excited for this year. New hitting coach. Mm-hmm. Like, let's see what this guy can really do, because the talent is definitely there.
I look at Bell's minor league numbers. I mean, 2016, 484 plate appearances with Indy. Not an easy place to hit. He slashed 295, 382, 468. DiNardo, he had the on-base percentage and the slugging percentage. Mm-hmm. 850 OPS. And I think that's, and then 2015 combined, 317, 393, 446. Like, in the majors, we're seeing one or the other. We're saying, well, okay, the first year he had a slugging percentage but didn't really have the on-base percentage. Last year the on-base percentage went up but not the slugging percentage. Like, I want to see both of them go up. Like, I want to see him have both. Like, doesn't necessarily need to hit for home runs, because even in that year in Indy, he had 14 home runs, but he had 23 doubles. Doesn't need to be a 25, 30 home run guy, but needs to be, I think, has to be driving in runs. Like, it's a little different where if you're going to be the 3-4 hitter, you can't just be, getting on base. I mean, it's nice, but you kind of are. The Pirates are putting you in that role to be the producer. So
right, and that's,
so I think
that kind of goes with
do that.
What I was saying. Like you said, talked about the slugging. Slugging involves everything. It's weighted differently. So yes, Harold Reynolds, since you don't know that, it is. But I think that's what you're saying is accurate. Like, he doesn't have to hit home runs. He can have gap power. As long as he's bringing the high average, getting on base, he has that good gap power. Like, his slugging is up there. By the way he does it, like, I'm cool with that. Like you're saying, like, he had 14 home runs. So if he has 14 home runs this year, I'll be okay with that if it comes with 30 doubles and a 300 batting average and a 370 on base. I mean, that's productive.
Yeah.
I will take that because I know he's productive, however it came. It's just when he's batting 250, on base at 320, not hitting for power, he just looks lost. That's we can't just have that. So however you're going to be good, Josh Bell, just be good. That's it.
I agree. Be good. Don't be bad.
There you go.
So you heard it here right on the North Shore 9.
Tough analysis, but we get it done.
All right. So let's do the segue that we just kind of buried. So moving from the projections, and we're talking about the bullpen and how for the love of God, go sign a reliever that isn't a minor league deal. Yeah, we see a lot of narratives and everything on Twitter, and so not just Twitter. I mean, Facebook, so and pretty much any social media when the Pirates are involved, people throw these things out. So we're seeing this. Like, obviously, the Pirates really haven't spent money this offseason. We've had only a couple major league deals: Gung, Lyles, Chisenhall.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
You say no Manny. No any other outfielders, no shortstop, no relievers. It's just all these minor league deals. And I'm seeing, so we're seeing a lot of these things where people are saying, oh, well, the Pirates aren't trying to win. And, so, like, I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to bring that up because,
yeah, sure.
Like, do I think, the Pirates are trying to win? Because I think they are trying to win. I think they are trying to win where they're putting out a team that they feel has a pretty good shot even in the NL Central. Mm-hmm. They won, they can point to the last year. They won 82 games, even with injuries to, Cervelli and Musgrove and, all this stuff, getting Archer. We had the struggles with Glass now. So, like, even with all that, they made those moves, Archer and Kella. Like, they're on their team. Like, they're going for it. I think they're winning. It's just there's to me it's different. They're trying to win with a $75 million payroll, basically.
Right. Get that asterisk in there.
Yeah, they're trying to win, but with basically the budget they've been allowed to by whether you believe that Nunnington, oh my God, I did it again.
You might as well just keep saying it. Just say it.
They're the same.
They're tied to the hip.
by the fact that Nuttington just gives Huntington